Ebusianfo masan so atena se aha Ghanatube so ensem de edoso nya ekoso ewo oman Ghana mu ene ye kase ye beka ye mfiri hanum se adofo ensem a ekoso ebi ne yenkotie.
And we begin with the breaking news. The National Signals Bureau's Adu-Boahene has been remanded into the custody of the Economic and Organized Crime Office, YOCO. Legal Affairs correspondent Lateef Idrisu reports that the court has ordered Adu-Boahene, who is the first accused, to remain in custody for 7 days. This is to allow the Attorney General's Department to complete the preparation of witness statements for those interns to call in the case. Adu-Boahene, his wife, another individual, and the company are facing 11 charges. This includes stealing, money laundering, and causing financial loss to the state. They also accused of using public office for personal gain, conspiracy to steal, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. All the accused have pleaded not guilty to the charges. A legal affairs correspondent Lateef Idrisu joins me via Zoom. Lateef, well, I know that you're just breaking the story to us a few minutes ago, but tell us, what factors informed the judge's decision to curtail Mr. Adu-Boahene's bail and remand him into custody? Hi Lateef, if you can hear me, I'd want to find out what really informed the court or the judge's decision to curtail Mr. Adu-Boahene's bail and remand him in custody, especially YOCO. We'll try reconnect with Lateef and try and see if we can hear him, but we'll try and raise him on phone. Lateef, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh. Good to have you. And so tell us, what informed the judge's decision to remand Adu-Boahene, and especially even in YOCO custody?
Oh, yes. So if you recall, on Wednesday evening when the Attorney General made a submission before the trial judge, he made a case that indeed he is opposed to any bail for Mr. Adu-Boahene because the surveillance that he has, intelligence available to him, shows that Mr. Adu-Boahene, even though he is on bail, attempted to interfere with a potential witness in the ongoing trial. And so when he said that, the trial judge said, okay, then I'm giving you 1 day space, come back today for an in-camera meeting, show me what you said you have, the surveillance, show me the surveillance, show me your intelligence, and then based on that, I'll make a determination on whether or not to grant Mr. Adu-Boahene bail or to curtail the current bail he is enjoying. Because let's be clear, Mr. Adu-Boahene has been on bail for the past couple of weeks. He met his bail condition when the amount was watered down to 80 million Ghana cedis, if you recall. Right. And so he's been on bail since. So the judge wanted to be sure whether to maintain him on bail or to curtail it. Now, after the over 1 hour in-camera meeting, it is now clear that the Attorney General, Dr. Ādu-Boahene, indeed had something on Mr. Adu-Boahene as far as trying to interfere with a potential witness is concerned. And so the judge has come to the determination that Mr. Adu-Boahene be kept in prison custody for some 7 days. For the Attorney General to finish taking statements from the potential witness that, according to him, Adu-Boahene attempted to interfere with.
Well, before we go on to the other accused persons, tell me, paint a picture of how the courtroom was like, especially for his lawyer, Lawyer Atachian.
Well, Atachian obviously was not happy with the ruling of the judge to remand his client in the prison custody. He tried to get the judge to include the weekends so that it would now be 5 days instead of 7 days. Then the judge explained to him that, no, I want the Attorney General to have 7 clear working days. So that is minus the weekend. He wanted to get 5 days for his client, but that didn't happen. Obviously, Ādu-Boahene was disappointed, and his wife and the third accused persons, they were all disappointed because I think they were expecting a different outcome after the in-camera meeting.
Interesting. It would be a wife and husband matter. The wife gets to go home on bail and the husband gets to be remanded. What happens to the others as well, beyond the wife?
Yeah, like you just mentioned, the third accused person is also going to stay on the police inquiry bail that he is currently enjoying. So basically, Adu-Boahene is the only one who is going to go back in the custody of Ōkō.
When is the next hearing in court?
13th May.
Thank you, Lateef. Thank you. Now, away from that, let's do ECG. Now, President John Mahama has approved a plan to hand over the retail operations of the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, to a private sector operator. Government officials say the concession is aimed at boosting efficiency and improving service delivery in the country's power sector. Under the new arrangement, the private operator will handle customer service and revenue collection while the state retains ownership of ECG.
Let me assure you that is not my intention to privatize ECG as an institution. Our intention is more a public-private collaboration to inject efficiency into our downstream electricity distribution system.
President Mahama outlining the rationale behind the privatization move. Listen as Energy Minister John Jinapo explains the new model to Evans Mensah.
We've gone to Cabinet. Cabinet has chosen the option of concession. Okay. We are not selling ECG, and let me put this on record.
So that decision has now been made?
It's been made. We are not selling ECG. Far from that. And so ignore the misinformation, ignore the misconception. Cabinet has taken a definitive position that we require some level of private sector participation, but not to sell the company outright. So what are we talking about? And I try to put it simple. ECG will remain the holding company. So ECG has this room as ECG operational area. They divide into 4-3. Rural company, you take one. Yours is to manage that sector or that geographical area. At the end of the month, we check how much power came to you. Just hypothetically, maybe 20 megawatts. And so we check the gigawatt hours that you consumed. And we say that this is the price. Pay us. You pay ECG.
The committee that developed the recommendations was chaired by Jabesh Amisa Arthur. He tells Joy News that involving the private sector is the best way to turn ECG around.
Is to have a private sector entity that will not listen to those instructions. I've heard people also say that interference from the outside must be curtailed and people must stop interfering from the outside. We as Ghanaians must decide, are we willing to allow ECG to work well, and are we willing to leave it alone to do the work well, or appoint somebody who is capable and competent and leave him to do the work well? If we do that, fine. But if we can't do that, and then the only way to stop the interference is to probably appoint a private sector entity and the structure of ECG that had been operated up to now. If I am in charge of a village or a town and my losses go above what is expected, I don't get penalized.
But not everyone agrees. The Trades Union Congress is opposing the move. Direct policy.
Ebushafo we de wankasa ode waso ate edweni ehu nia ekoso ewo yemai Ghana mu ene measure se comment section na fa comment no ebrem na mejibre akenkan ede amofefefe aha eye Ghanatube so insema ekoso ena onsa ebeka unsubscribe ya subscribe na hit notification bell no for more news updates. See ade akamo.